Good morning again, FCF. We're continuing our study with looking at this principle of learning how as a way of life to cry out to the Lord. God wants us to count on Him. He wants us to know He'll rescue us. He'll deliver us. When we are way beyond ourselves, He will supply us what we need so that we can be sustained and we can go on, fulfill His destiny that He has for us in this life. I was started last week yesterday, I should say, in Psalm 107. I want to pick up again in Psalm 107. And this time I want to read you starting in verse 17. It says, "Some became fools through their rebellious ways and suffered affliction because of their iniquities. They loathed all food, and they drew near to the gates of death. Then they cried to the Lord in their trouble, and He saved them from their distress. He sent forth His word and healed them. He rescued them from the grave. Let them give thanks to the Lord for His unfailing love and His wonderful deeds for men." So here we have that same principle again. Now this is an interesting one because what I've said all through this series is that we should never be presumptuous and by sinning get ourselves into trouble and then expect God to bail us out. But here's a case where the individuals they were rebellious, they were sinful, they did get into trouble, and God still rescued them when they cry out to Him. Frankly, you find this pattern all through the Old Testament in particular, where individuals that were completely in rebellion against God, when they finally were broken down, beaten down by their circumstances, often in desperation, they cried out to God, and He did not turn His back on them. He still delivered them because God is a God who always wants to rescue us. He always wants to reconcile us. He always wants us to come back and trust Him and know that He's the safest, the best person in the universe for us to trust. Not to trust in ourselves, not to rely on ourselves, but to rely on this God that not only created the universe, but who raises things from the dead. So I wonder if maybe you have a story or two where your own foolishness got you into some trouble, got you into a desperate place, got you into a helpless place, got you into a place where you were overwhelmed, and you cried out to the Lord. You know you didn't deserve to be delivered, and yet He still delivered you, though you did not deserve it. I have experienced that also. I tell you that not to make you or I be presumptuous or careless, because when we sin, we're ultimately just bringing havoc on ourselves and on those close to us. No, I say it to let you know that our God is so extraordinarily kind and gracious and patient, and He loves to rescue His people, and He'll do just about anything He can to bring us into a trusting, secure relationship with Himself. He wants you and He wants me to know that when we cry out, He hears. When you are overwhelmed, when you are over your head, when you are beaten, He is with you. He is as near to you as your cry out to Him. He wants you to learn you can live this way all through the tough challenges of this life. We cry out, He rescues us, He delivers us, even when we least deserve it. I hope this will bless you, FCF.